Hello to all, Professor Piyush here. So I'm back again with another interesting project. This project is purely based on form evolution, form building. We also know this form as Möbius Strip. This form is very similar to the Möbius Strip. This project is just for you to understand how using simple tools, like in this I have used some flow along surface tools to create this kind of twist. I've used twist tools to create this kind of twist in a simple form, and then flow along surface to create these kind of windows and jali patterns and all. So these exercises or this kind of project can help you in your current form building exercises if you are doing some projects similar to this commands and the fullest use of these commands will be explained in this, so that you can use it in your projects. And also I will tell you some shorter ways how can I create frames like this in a very faster manner. Let's begin. Let's start from the scratch. So I will hide this and I will start from the scratch. First thing which I want to make a circle so that I can flow my solid forms around this circle. So I will take any random thing and give it, let's say, around, it doesn't matter, you can use any dimensions. I am giving it 400 meters, let's say, just an abstract. Okay, let me go to the shaded viewport and then do that. That's why the lines were not visible. C for circle, I can make it to 600, let's say. I'll increase it. Right now we have got our circle. Next, straight away I can make a rectangle, corner to corner rectangle, and convert it into a square. So I will give the first corner and then, let's say, at the rate 50, 50 meters, like this. This is still too small. I will just use REC, rectangle, first corner point at the rate 150, 150. Let's take it 250, 250. Okay, it seems like a decent size. Go to perspective, use extrude curve, spacebar, select the curve, right click, and give it a height of, let's say, 1000 millimeters. Okay, we are just understanding the concept here. Now, few simple tools. First thing I need to create, if you've seen in this model, it is twisted, right? So how to get that twist? So I will twist this thing and I will just flow it along the surface. So for that, I will select this, and if you go down in your sidebar, you will find some deformation tool, right? Sub D is also another way by which you can deform and form the geometry. That exercise we have done, under aquatic center, was done in sub D modules. Here we will experiment some twist command. You can see there are many deformation tools, like you can bend and you can flow along surface. These are all deformation tools. So let's try twist this time. So I will select the twist. It will ask me to start of twist axis, right? So that's the important part, but I haven't given an axis. So first we need to find out the axis or give it axis. So I will just use line command, L spacebar, and try to find the center of this. Or if you are not able to do that, just use Control Shift, select the top surface and type area centroid, right? And it will give you a point automatically. I will go to the ghosted mode and I will do the same for the bottom one. Control Shift. Okay, it is selecting the outer surface. It's selected from here. Control Shift, area centroid, spacebar. You can see we got 2 points from the center. Now I will create a line joining these 2 points. This is our axis. Now again, I will take the twist command, select object to twist, right? This is my object, right click, start a twist axis. You can just give it from the bottom or the top, doesn't matter. So this is my starting point, and end of twist axis is this, right? Now it will ask you the area, or sorry, angle to which you want to twist this. but I will just use a dynamic way to do that. So I will go in the top view and I will click here, and then if I rotate, you can see it is rotating at certain angles, and if you go down, it is showing me the angles. So the more twist you will give here, the more twist it will be in the the circle when it will be followed along. So let's say I will give a twist of 360 degrees, right? And enter. Now if you go to perspective, you can see the twist is coming good. The trick here is make sure the bottom face and the top face should be on the same alignment. Their alignment shouldn't change, right? Let's say this point shouldn't be rotated. This surface shouldn't be rotated. Other things are rotating. Why? Because when I will put this along this circle, this point and this face and the bottom face will be joining each other. Let's see how. So we have done almost half of the work. Next, very easy tool, which is transform tool. Last time, if you remember in the previous exercise, we used flow along surface, which was a deformation tool. From here, flow along surface. The same tool we have used in the Lincoln Park Pavilion, to creating a plaza, the roof. But now we will use transform and flow along curve, right? So it will ask you to select the object to flow along. So this is my object which I want to flow. Right click. It will ask you to select the base curve and select near one end, right? And one more thing to be aware of when you are in the parentheses of this, make sure your stretch is yes, because we have given a distance of this, but we don't know the length of this circle, the perimeter of this circle, right? So what it will do, it will stretch the whole geometry along this thing like a spring, right? But it will adjust everything along this curve only. So this is an important thing. Otherwise, only this distance will be stretched along any portion of the circle. So base curve, already we have given axis, so I will select at the bottom here, right? And then target curve, I can select somewhere here. Now you can see this geometry is flowed along this surface beautifully. I haven't to do anything much exercise in this, right? Let me go to the shaded mode. Cool. Right, our previous model was something like this. It was smaller, but it's okay. We are just learning here. And also I think the twists are more in this, but it's good. We will play with this more. So you can just group this, and in type 2 I've created another layer set. I will make another sub layer, right? And I will geometry, okay, and I will put that in this layer. Hide that for now. Bring it in the front, and I will create another sub layer. So to create any sub layer, if you select the sub layer and then create a sub layer, it will create a sub layer within that, right? So instead of that, you need to select the main layer and then click new sub layer, right? So it will give layer within it all the time. So we have got this geometry. I will keep that geometry the whole deform geometry. So I will bring that in this. I will have it deformed G. Okay. Now I will see the circle curve is still there or not. Yes, it's still there. So again, I will go to type 2 and new sub layer, base curve, CRV, and put that circle in this. Right. So I will hide this. We don't need it now. This is important, guys. Please remember, whenever you do modeling from the beginning, try to make it a habit of putting things layer. Keep your model neat and clean all the time, so it doesn't give you headache in the end, right? Now you've got this, let's say this is a parametric building and you've got the base here, and at the foundation, let's say if I go to the front view, and I will just show you. Now let's say consider this is a straight line from this quad to this line, and these can be your entrances, this can be interior spaces, something like that. So this can become a good parametric building. So you need to understand how so many ways in Rhino to evolve or generate your forms. If you have some interesting solid or some interesting shape, you can flow it along surface, or you flow it along any curve, a tower, a complex. Anyway, you can use this technique. Now consider all these. This whole building is made up of glass. All these surfaces will be of glass, and the lines which you are seeing here, they are basically isocurves, right? So if I select this and go to properties, right, and if I hide this, so it will show me the smooth surface, and this is the seam line or the starting point of this. But uh, isocurves are also a good guideline of thing. I don't want to create these lines again, right? Or I already have. Just for an abstract understanding, this helps a lot. So I can use these isocurves as my panels, glass panels, right?
So in the next step, I will show you how can we extract these isocurves and create the glass panels or the frames for the glass.